Hello and good afternoon. I'm Azlani and you're watching Updates at Noon. Our headlines this afternoon: Pulau Pinang welcomes passengers on the VTL by Air program. And JAKIM remains under jurisdiction of JPM. The Pulau Pinang International Airport yesterday welcomed its first passengers travelling under the new Singapore Penang Vaccinated Travel Lane VTL by Air program. Asia flight AK1730 was the first VTL flight which landed at about 6:40 p.m. and carried 60 passengers. Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad MAHB Managing Director Dato' Iskandar Mizal Mahmud expressed confidence in the VTL by Air program by the government to stimulate international traffic and tourism leading to economic growth. He also estimated about 1,000 to 2,000 VTL passenger movement during the first week of operations. All VTL passengers are required to undergo mandatory COVID-19 screening, for which the Pulau Pinang International Airport has a private health screening service operator. As the nation transitions into the COVID-19 endemic phase and gears up for the reopening of borders, MAHB will be working closely with authorities to facilitate a smooth airport experience for all passengers. Pulau Pinang is the second destination introduced after Kuala Lumpur for the Singapore-Malaysia VTL program. The Department of Islamic Development Malaysia JAKIM remains under the Prime Minister's Department JPM. This was clarified by Minister at the Prime Minister's Department of Religious Affairs Dato' Idris Ahmad to address confusion surrounding claims that JAKIM is now under the Conference of Rulers. The confusion arose after the Conference of Rulers' meeting had decided that one of the rulers should fulfill the role and responsibilities of Chairman of the National Council for Islamic Religious Affairs Malaysia, MKI, for 2 years on a rotating basis. However, JAKIM and MKI are two separate entities and therefore JAKIM remains under JPM.
Malih Raja-Raja dalam persidangan yang ke-81 pada 17 Oktober 1968 telah berkenan menubuhkan sebuah badan bagi melaras pentadbiran agama Islam antara negeri-negeri. Badan ini telah dirasmikan penubuhannya pada 1 Julai 1969 dan kini ia dikenali sebagai Majlis Kebangsaan bagi Hal Ehwal Agama Islam MKI. Selari dengan penubuhannya, maka waktu itu sebuah unit di bawah Jabatan Perdana Menteri JPM telah diwujudkan bagi melaksanakan tugas-tugas keurustiaan MKI berpandukan peraturan MKI yang telah diperkenan oleh Malih Raja-Raja.
A total of 1,209,694 children aged 5 to 11, or 34.1% of the child population in the country, have received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program for Children (PICKIDS) as of yesterday. Cases, meanwhile, added 28,298, where 698 were imported. For adolescents aged 12 to 17, a total of 2,840,296 individuals, or 91.3% of the population, have completed the COVID-19 vaccination, while 2,939,622 individuals have received at least one dose of the vaccine. For adult population, a total of 15,393,296 individuals, or 65.4% of the group, have received the COVID-19 booster dose. Meanwhile, a total of 22,939,552 individuals, or 97.5% of the group, have been fully vaccinated, while 23,215,558 individuals have received at least one vaccine dose. Yesterday, 47,773 doses of vaccines were administered, which consisted of 12,788 as the first dose, 1,927 as second dose, and 33,058 booster dose. This brings the cumulative total vaccine doses dispensed under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program PIC to 68,328,203. Ministry receives highest amount of online transaction fraud reports. A total of 24,150 reports related to online trading and purchase frauds have been made and sent to the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, KPDN-HEP, from 18th March 2020 until last 28th February. Its Minister Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalinggi said the latest trend also saw increased online transactions reports, which made up 36.45% of all reports received by the Ministry. He said most of the reports received involved purchased items and not delivered, or the items which arrived were not the same as the one advertised. Therefore, he took the opportunity to advise the public to avoid purchasing items through open online platforms such as social media and instead buy from platforms with a registered and certified e-commerce platform. He said this after officiating the Consumer Advocacy Program through Public Transport and World Consumer Rights Day 2022 at the Kajang Mass Rail Transit MRT station. The collaboration between the Ministry and MRT is hoped to boost awareness on consumer rights towards Malaysians.
Di mana gerabak MRT itu kita balut dengan logo-logo dan mesej-mesej dan sebagainya, maklumat tentang kepenggunaan. MRT secara purata mempunyai lebih 60,000 ridership atau penumpang setiap hari, ya. Jadi yang menghabiskan masa dalam coach MRT itu dan dalam perjalanan mereka ke destinasi mereka. Jadi biarlah dalam coach tu mereka dapat nampak, dapat mengetahui, ya, secara membaca yang ada kita letak ke sana sebagai iklan dan sebagainya, maklumat-maklumat tentang saluran untuk buat aduan dan.
In the same media conference, Datuk Sri Alexander Nanta also informed that the Ministry has transformed the Easy Adu application to allow users to lodge reports to KPDN-HEP. The application is expected to be fully usable by the end of March and will be fully integrated with currently existing KPDN-HEP e-report systems.
Mereka ini tahu akan hak-hak mereka sebagai pengguna. Maknanya juga kalau mereka merasakan tertipu ataupun tidak dilayani dengan sepatutnya, bolehlah buat aduan. Itu hak mereka. Dan sebab itu kementerian buatlah saluran untuk buat aduan, ya, secara mudah. Ya, sebab kalau kita dapat menangani masalah ini secara profesional, secara terbaik, kita harapkan suasana niagaan kita, business environment di negara kita ini dengan yang terbaik dan kondusif.
A research statistics on the Malaysian Consumer Capability Index done by the Ministry in 2020 has shown that consumer awareness in the country is still at an average level at about 63.1%. The 2021 UMNO General Assembly began last night and it will last for 4 days until 19th March. It was started with the officiation of the UMNO Women, Youth and Puteri General Assemblies by Deputy President Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan. A total of 2,891 representatives were present at the Women, Youth and Puteri General Assembly held simultaneously until today, which will be followed by the assembly of all three wing party members. The policy speech and inauguration by Party President Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi will be held tomorrow, which will signal the official start of the 2021 UMNO General Assembly. After that, debates will be continued until Saturday before a winding-up session by party leaders. The General Assembly, which was supposed to be held back in 13th to 15th January this year, had to be postponed due to the floods which struck the country. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Semasa arrived at the Kuala Lumpur World Trade Center at about 8:50 p.m. His arrival was accompanied by Datuk Seri Muhammad Hassan and Secretary General Datuk Seri Ahmad Maslan. The Prime Minister called upon the representatives attending the General Assembly to make the event a stage to champion the voices of those at the grassroots level, which is the pillar of the party's strength. In addition, debates must cover various issues related to the economy, politics, religion, education and international affairs. Most importantly, the main issue that the rakyat are concerned about is economic recovery. A total of 18 speakers comprising representatives from the state, women, youth and Puteri wings, as well as students will debate at the UMNO General Assembly 2021, which would also feature UMNO veterans invited as debaters for the first time. The National Artist Day, previously celebrated on 29th May each year, will now be celebrated on 22nd March. Communications and Multimedia Minister Tan Sri Anwar Musa said this adjustment has been approved by the Cabinet Memorandum recommended by the Communications and Multimedia Ministry, KKMM. He further explained that the new date of 22nd March was chosen to honour the birth anniversary of legendary actor, the late Tan Sri P. Ramlee. He added that this was also done to appreciate and promote artworks and creative industry practitioners who succeeded in placing Malaysia on the global stage. Apart from paying tribute to industry practitioners for their excellence, the National Artist Day is also aimed at enhancing public awareness and appreciation of the role of arts and culture in establishing the Malaysian identity in this field regardless of race, especially in uniting the keluarga Malaysia. The Tan Sri Anwar Musa also said KKMM wished to enter into a strategic cooperation with stakeholders in organising the launching ceremony of the National Artist Day this year. A bit of luck and loads of experience saw Liu Darren scrape through to the men's singles second round of the All England. The 35-year-old Darren was on the brink of defeat in the second game but bounced back from 7-15 to beat 24-year-old Thomas Junior Popov of France 21-15, 21-19 in the opening round in Birmingham. The independent shuttler was happy to escape a defeat against a player who is more than 10 years his junior. It was an important win considering the difficulties that Darren had to go through, skipping training after testing COVID-19 positive 3 weeks ago and was stranded in Istanbul to transit due to bad weather before arriving on Monday. Darren is currently a training partner for defending champion Li Zijia and thus he gets to enjoy some form of assistance from the latter's coach too. The unseeded Darren faces an uphill task next as he is scheduled to meet 4-seeded Chu Tianchen of Taiwan for a place in the last 8 on Friday. Tianchen had earlier disposed of Indonesian Shesa Hiren Rustavito 21-10, 21-19. On a related note, men's doubles Ong Yusin and Teo Yi got off on the right footing in the All England Open Badminton Championship 2022 to check into the second round in Birmingham, England. 8-seeded Yusin and Yi had no problems clearing their opening hurdle at the Utilita Arena when they trounced home pair Callum Hemming and Stephen Stallwood 21-14, 21-12. Yusin and Yi looked eager to make amends for their surprise loss to compatriots and eventual winners Goh Shifei and Nur Izzuddin Rumsani in the German Open quarterfinals last week. The world number 11 put that disappointment behind them with their opening round win at the All England and will meet Indonesia's Muhammad Shohibul Fikri and Bagas Maulana in the second round today. Yusin was also victorious in his second outing yesterday in the mixed doubles event, pairing up with Goh Liu Ying, beating British pair of Hemming and Jessica Pugh 17-21, 21-17, 21-11.
Why do we tell you stories?
Relevant,
New,
efficient,
accurate.
reliable. We bring you extraordinary stories from around the world, from politicians, bankers, and even your favorite celebrities. This and many more on RTM's English News.
That's it from us this afternoon. In our top story, Pulau Pinang welcomes passengers on the VTL by Air program. News at 10 comes on this evening on My Free Views Berita RTM news channel. I'm Azlan Yadani. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.